Liam Payne's girlfriend at the time of his death, Kate Cassidy, is allegedly considering taking his family to court to get money from them.
Guys, it is just coming out that the late One Direction heartthrob Liam Payne wasn't just making music. He was out here funding someone else's entire lifestyle, and not just anyone, his 25-year-old luxury lifestyle influencer girlfriend, Kate Cassidy. But that is not the issue. Literally nothing wrong with that, but things have taken a shockingly dramatic turn because word is that Kate Cassidy apparently had her hands all over his wallet. And that is not even the worst bit yet. The shock that has shook the internet is when it came out that Liam's family is in full panic mode. And honestly, because Liam might be gone, but not his money, and Kate still wants in. Now, that is something we have got to talk about. All right, let's rewind for a sec. Sources close to Liam say that he was basically running a one-man charity for Kate. We're talking $10,000 a month just for her living expenses. Oh, but that wasn't enough. She also had unlimited access to Liam's credit card, which she reportedly swiped to the tune of $25,000 a month. A month! Imagine going on a shopping spree that costs more than some people's annual salary. Must be nice. But wait, it gets worse. Apparently, Kate wasn't just out here shopping for herself. She'd hit up high-end stores alongside Liam's stylist and longtime friend Adele Canny, who, by the way, was also being paid by Liam. So not only was he funding Kate's extravagant wardrobe, but he was also footing the bill for her shopping buddy. It looks like Liam was practically a one-man VIP sponsor. We're not done yet because it's important to know where all of this was going down. It was in a sprawling 5-bedroom mansion in Wellington, South Florida. The kind of house most of us can only dream of, where the two were paying $9,950 a month. Well, that palace is already back on the market, and just like that, it's over. The fantasy life that Kate was living had come crashing down, and she has long packed her bags and dipped. But here's where things really start to unravel. After Liam's tragic passing in October, Kate was spotted leaving a modest apartment in London. No luxury mansion, no designer shopping sprees, just a regular apartment. And sources are saying she's now back in the US, adjusting to a lifestyle that's worlds away from the one that she had with Liam. Before we dive into the next part, where the real tea starts to boil, let me make sure one thing is crystal clear. None of this is coming from me, not even the drama. This is straight from Liam's fans, their raw reactions, and yes, their unfiltered rage. So don't come for me, I'm just the messenger. Now that we have got that out of the way, let's get into the messy details. All right, y'all, so this is where things go from 0 to 180. First off, paparazzi aren't giving Kate a break, you guys, and for some reason, they've been catching the not so picture perfect side of her ever since the tragedy hit. Granted, she's mourning, but it has definitely been tough on her, the kind of news that's being spread about her. Like recently when she was spotted looking down bad in photos published by the Daily Mail. She was loading up her luggage into a car with the help of a friend before heading back to the US, and it wasn't cute. Gone are the days of luxury mansions, chauffeurs, and credit cards with no limits. Kate is officially back to regular degular life. Kate has received so much online hate that her friends now have to come out and protect her. One of Kate's close friends is out here doing damage control, claiming that Kate isn't completely broke. Kate has money of her own, so it's not like she'll have nowhere to be. She doesn't have the money Liam had, of course, but she's not broke. Of course, Instagram sponsorships don't exactly scream $35K a month in expenses, but this babe has some coins on her. The friend even added that she is not going to be living the same lifestyle she had with Liam, but she is going to be okay. Going from mansions and designer shopping sprees to whatever okay is sounds like a massive downgrade, and people online were sure to let Kate know. It has sure been tough on poor Kate. And then there is this whole narrative about Kate's intentions. In case you guys haven't heard, word on the street is that Kate wants in on Liam's multi-million-dollar will just because they had been together for 2 years and even lived together. together. We all need a friend like Kate's because she is out here fighting for her. She has refuted these claims as well, saying that Kate has not and will not claim a single penny from Liam's estate because it is not hers to claim. While the details of what this will had in it haven't been publicized, Liam has a son, Bear, with Cheryl, and a better part of the will most likely be dedicated to Bear. Families always get protective in situations like this, and of course, Liam's people are watching Kate like hawks. The friend also wanted everyone to know that Kate's sadness has nothing to do with the money. She is just devastated over losing Liam and doesn't care about the financial hit as the media are trying to make it look. Others still feel Kate's sadness is also pegged on her lifestyle change because it's super hard to ignore the major lifestyle shift she's facing, given that it has been so sudden. You know, moving out of the luxury bubble that she shared with Liam isn't just about grieving, it's about regrouping, downsizing, and figuring out what's next. To be honest with y'all, while the friend says that Kate had no plans to go after Liam's estate, this whole situation feels delicate. We have seen too many times how grieving partners get caught up in financial drama, especially when there is a multi-million-dollar estate on the line. And with Liam's family allegedly already feeling some type of way about how much he spent on her while he was alive, you know they are going to be extra cautious about protecting his legacy. And do not even get me started on how this looks. Moving on from a high-profile relationship is one thing, but doing so while whispers about money are flying around, that is a whole other level of scrutiny. Kate's friends can spin the "she's just sad about Liam" angle all they want, but the internet doesn't forget, and neither does Liam's family. Kate's relationship with Liam's family isn't quite known, but from the little known facts out there isn't much. Remember, after Liam Payne's tragic passing, Kate Cassidy wasted no time flying to the UK to join his family and friends and attend his funeral, which took place at St. Mary's Church in Buckinghamshire, alongside the remaining members of One Direction. And even at that time, people had a lot to say just because Kate was being seen comforted by none other than her close friend, Damien Hurley, you know, the son of Elizabeth Hurley. Damien later took to Instagram posting an emotional tribute where he called the day breathtakingly sad, and he was immeasurably proud of Kate. But Instagram posts don't erase whispers behind closed doors. To some, it felt like a PR move to keep Kate's image intact during a very public tragedy. And let's not forget that Kate's entire brand as an influencer is about creating an image of luxury. So now that Liam isn't around to bankroll her lifestyle, the future is kind of cloudy for her. Actually, people are eager to see her future content, and believe it or not, some have already bet that Kate will either pivot to being relatable for her followers, or the cracks in her picture-perfect persona will start to show. Y'all already know Kate Cassidy hasn't exactly been basking in sympathy since Liam Payne's passing. It has been a full-blown storm of backlash ever since she left Liam behind in Argentina, and the internet and some tabloids have been relentless. So when news such as this that make it look like Kate just wanted Liam's money, her haters are practically doing victory laps, sipping on their tall glasses of "I told you so." Whether true or not, the fact that even major outlets like Page 6 have picked up the narrative is not exactly helping Kate's case. Her name is out here, and not in a good way. Remember, long before Liam's tragedy, people were already coming for Kate. She has been labeled as a gold digger so many times, it is practically her middle name at this point. Some critics claim she trapped Liam, taking advantage of him while he was struggling, and if that wasn't enough, folks even dragged her dad into the drama, accusing him of orchestrating her relationship with Liam like it was some elaborate matchmaking scam. Mind you, close sources to both Liam and Kate vehemently deny these claims, but that did not stop the gossip mill. Once the rumor train leaves the station, there's no stopping it. But let's not pretend that this is just a Kate Cassidy problem. It's more like the curse of dating someone rich and famous, which is real. The second you're linked to a celebrity, there is always someone giving you the side eye, questioning your intentions. Even Kate Middleton, who has been married to Prince William for years, almost becoming queen, and has 3 royal babies, still faces whispers that she was all about the crown and the cash. It's like an initiation ritual for anyone entangled commingled with the who's who of society. It's been long established that Kate Cassidy wasn't even broke when she met Liam. Sure, her family wasn't Liam Payne rich, but they weren't scraping by either. Yet haters are out here acting like she climbed out of a financial black hole to snatch Liam's credit card. The peanut gallery has been brutal ever since this news came out, with people saying things like, I thought she had rich parents, so she didn't do anything before him? LOL. Yeah, I'd be fighting for my $35K a month too. What grounds would she have anyway? Her lifestyle will be different. She was a waitress when she met him, but she wouldn't sue the family. It's exhausting, y'all. Kate can't catch a break, and the internet loves to twist the knife deeper. It's a lot. And that's why her sympathizers are concerned about how Liam's family's role in saving her from all of these. Their silence is deafening. Maybe it would mean something if Liam's family said a single word in her defense. Don't you think so? But so far, not a post, not a quote, not even a subtle leave her alone Instagram story. It's like crickets. Now, let's be fair. They don't owe Kate anything, especially not public validation. But if none of these wild accusations were true, wouldn't you expect at least something? A family photo with Kate at Liam's funeral, a nice caption saying how much she meant to him, anything to show that she was considered part of the family, because from the outside looking in, it's giving frozen out. Even at Liam's intimate burial, which was attended by close family and friends, the vibe didn't exactly scream Kate is one of us. It was more like, thanks for coming, take a seat in the back. So they're now finding out that Liam was allegedly spending over $35K a month on Kate's personal upkeep, plus luxury trips, stylists, and God knows what else. They might feel some type of way. And let's not forget how Liam passed. Kate left him alone in Argentina, and while there is no proof her absence contributed to what happened, it's hard not to wonder if the family feels some disappointment there. Compare that to his ex, Cheryl, who shares his son Bear. She's reportedly still very close to the family, which makes sense. Bear is Liam's only known child, and if the family is focusing on his legacy, prioritizing Bear feels like the natural choice than looking out for a girlfriend. At the end of the day, you can't really blame anyone here. Families grieve differently, and these are just outside opinions. In other news, guys, Liam's family haven't abandoned his case. They have actually gone full flight mode. Word is that they've hired an Argentinian lawyer to ensure that they can be named as potential plaintiffs in any legal case related to his death. And you already know what that means. This case is about to get even messier. With so many players involved, the hotel staff, this so-called friend, Kate and Liam's family, there is no telling where this investigation will lead, but they deserve answers to the trail of unanswered questions over what went on there.
Former One Direction star Liam Payne's family is taking legal action, and it has informed that they could bring private criminal action against anyone who contributed to his death.
On to the next part of this crazy story. This Kate Cassidy and Liam Payne situation has brewed a whole other conversation online, and we have got to explore that too. The real issue here is the way that celebrity wealth turns into an open buffet for everyone around them. Liam Payne spending $35K a month on Kate Cassidy might sound like a dream for her and normal for Liam, but to outsiders, it is a classic example of how fame and fortune can lead to exploitation, whether intentional or not. This isn't even unique to Liam. Think about Britney Spears, who spent years under a conservatorship where her own family controlled her finances, draining her wealth while claiming to protect her. The common thread is that being rich and famous puts a target on your back, and not everyone in your inner circle has good intentions. To be clear, we're not saying Kate was deliberately exploiting Liam, but when someone big hands you a credit card with no spending cap, how easy is it to blur the lines between being supported and taking advantage, especially when you're living in a luxury mansion, going on high-end shopping sprees, and flying around the world without ever having to check a price tag. It's not just romantic partners. Stylists, managers, even friends can get in on the action. Celebrities often find themselves funding entire entourages just to keep the peace. For Liam, that $35K a month on Kate might have seemed like nothing at the time, but it adds up. And now that he's gone, the financial decisions he made are being scrutinized under a microscope. And this isn't just about money, it's about trust, especially for someone like Liam, who had a history of putting others first, sometimes to his own disadvantage. And now with Kate at the center of this financial mess, it's hard not to wonder if he was being taken advantage advantage of while he was just trying to keep the peace. Remember, he was at it with his ex Maya and never had the best of relationships with the mother of his kids, so maybe he was working overtime on this relationship to prove to the world that he wasn't a nasty human. Kate's friends, of course, have a different take. They're painting her as a grieving girlfriend who's trying to rebuild her life after losing someone she loved, and that she wasn't stealing anything, that Liam was willingly supporting her. Whether Liam was being generous or being taken for a ride, we'll never know. So what is next for Kate? She might have to trade in her designer handbags for something a little more, practical. And as for Liam's family, they're in full damage control mode, trying to protect his legacy from being overshadowed by any kind of drama. At the end of the day, the situation is as messy as it is tragic. Kate is mourning the loss of Liam, sure, but she's also mourning the loss of a lifestyle that most people can only dream about. And as she packs up her life and heads back to the US, the question remains, how will she rebuild without Liam's name and wallet behind her? And that's it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching and sticking with me through all of this drama. It is a lot to unpack, but you know we keep it real over here. Now, if you thought this was juicy, wait until you check out my other video about TMZ exposing new details of Liam Payne's last minutes before death. It is intense, and we dive into some shocking revelations that completely change how you'll see his final hours. If you haven't watched it yet, what are you even doing? Go click it now. Trust me, you do not want to miss it. I'll see you over there.